New cardiac monitors are helping the Tucson Fire Department do its job more efficiently. Hear how one teenager's life has changed thanks to having a mentor. And a pilot program focuses on de-stressing techniques to help balance work and family. These stories and more coming up next in Tucson. Hi, I'm Lane Mandel. Thanks for joining us. Today we'll tell you what's happening in Tucson. We're at Fire Central downtown, and in any profession it can be difficult to balance work and family. We'll tell you about a pilot program that offers some de-stressing techniques. But first, our firefighters are using the latest technology to help save lives, thanks to Proposition 101, now known as Tucson Delivers.
A lot later than what you're used to. Battery's a heck of a lot longer. In fact, that's actually where we're going to start off at.
We're very excited to be training the entire fire department on the use of the new cardiac monitors that we've just purchased with the Tucson Delivers sales tax money.
When you're ready to acquire a 12 lead, all you do is press the number 12 at the top left corner. You will now be prompted for the patient's age and gender. Using the arrows on the right-hand side, you can now manipulate the patient's age and gender.
We're excited because the equipment that we currently have is old, close to 10 years old. And as far as technology, that's an eternity. A lot has changed in that time.
Moving forward, the department's going to be putting mobile hotspots, what they call OMG devices, onboard mobile gateways. Essentially, it makes your truck a moving hotspot.
This is the Zoll cardiac monitor. So with this, we're able to monitor somebody's heart, see if it's beating correctly, actually analyze it, look at it. We're going to have one of these on every paramedic truck, every fire engine, every ladder truck, every rescue truck. So any truck that could potentially see a patient is going to have one of these.
The 911 call reported an altered level of consciousness in Emil, that he was walking around and not acting correctly, but ultimately when we arrived on scene, he was lying in the middle of an aisle. He was pulseless and not breathing. At that point, the monitor is deployed and the shocks are delivered. It's a very coordinated CPR to shocks and the drugs that we use. They react a lot faster, so the charging phase and the delivery of the shock are very rapid compared to the old monitors that we had. With heart muscle, specifically in cardiac arrest, we say that time is life. And so the longer that we delay those shocks and delay those drugs and delay CPR, the less chance that that person would have of surviving.
So if we can get that heart working quicker using this newer technology, that means we're going to save more muscle in the heart and make better outcomes for our patients.
Absolutely. I think today's call was proof that, as our engines are responding and our ladder companies are responding first on the scene, this allowed me to deliver that timely shock that patient needed, and ultimately that patient arrived at the hospital with a heartbeat again, so that's a good thing.
It's great to see our tax dollars being put to good use. In our next story, you'll see that it doesn't take money, just your time to make a real difference.
We're here today because today is International Mentoring Day. All over the world, people are celebrating mentors, encouraging folks to mentor.
It was the perfect occasion for Mayor Jonathan Rothschild to encourage more Tucsonans to volunteer as mentors.
As mayor, I keep myself pretty busy, but I've managed to find time to be a mentor through one of these local programs. So there's programs at all levels for all time levels, and I'm really calling on all Tucsonans to do the same.
I try to come here every day. Yeah, this is like my second home. I don't really know what to do if it wasn't for Buzzword Stop.
Need the good pass. There it is. Nice.
Having a mentor at the Steve DeRue Boys and Girls Club has changed Bahati Jackson's life.
Ooh, nice.
It's unbelievable, man. Marshawn is like my big brother. I play with him. He feed me. He just do everything he can to help me out, like my mentor. He's just part of my life. He's just like my brother.
Yeah, that was a good one. It's an awesome experience. You get to really know a kid, and coming with the language barrier that we started off with. We got to know a lot about each other, just trying to communicate, and our communication just got better over time.
Jackson is a refugee from Rwanda, and it's hard to believe that when he got here 3 years ago,
I didn't speak any English. I only knew how to say hi, and that's all. So I went to school, and they have these classes for us people who don't speak that much of English. And I learned how to do everything right, and it's just, and I joined Boys and Girls Club.
now a 16-year-old senior at Tucson High School, Jackson has a bright future.
I want to go to Pima, take 2 years of Pima College, transfer to U of A and learn about astronomy. I want to learn about space, and it's just, I love it, you know. I just love a lot of stars, space, and yeah, that's what I want. That's what I'm going to do in the future.
Do you plan on coming back here to volunteer? Yeah. Yeah? So you can add that. Today we were working on his Youth of the Year essay. He won Youth of the Year for the Steve Drew Boys and Girls Club.
Jackson was preparing to compete against 5 other students to become City Youth of the Year.
So, I mean, that's just an awesome experience. We're really excited for him. And it's really helping him learn. I mean, that in itself has helped him learn a lot about himself. Because, you know, it's one thing to tell your story, but he hasn't really put it on paper.
There were other things to learn, like the art of winning and losing gracefully. Has Flanagan ever let Jackson win?
You know, like times like this. Times like this. Gotta make him feel good. He knows.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's true.
While Flanagan played the role of Jackson's basketball coach and teacher, some lessons could only be taught in the role of big brother.
I don't ever let you win anything. So it's fun to be one of those people that inspire kids to do the right thing. You know, we have a lot of kids out there who don't have that voice, and we need it. They need it. So I challenge people to come out and really volunteer and help our youth. Here we go. Oh! It came down to the wire. Jackson's yet to beat me. Take your time. Too hard. He was really, really close. It's about inches on that one. But of course I prevailed and beat him. But I mean, it's fun. We keep it, you know, it's always in good fun. So yeah. Oh, that was awesome. Something right there? The little piece? Yeah, that's a little piece. Oh, that's good.
While Jackson didn't win this game of pool, he did go on to win the City Youth of the Year. To learn more about Mayor Jonathan Rothschild's Mentor Tucson's Youth Initiative, visit mayorrothschild.com/mentor.
It's nice to see what an impact a mentor can have on a young person's life. And congratulations to you, Jackson. Now let's learn about a pilot program that has city employees going to the dogs.
Hi. You're so cute.
A lot of people are enjoying the therapy dogs that we've brought in for them, as well as the chair massage. It's been a big hit so far.
I ran, and I guess one time I just stepped wrong, and it just always bothers me. So I was telling him about it, and he really worked on it, gave me some tips on how I should build my quads that would help my knee a lot. So it was pretty good. I really enjoyed it.
City of Tucson employees from the Housing and Community Development Department took part in a Wellness Week pilot program.
I wanted more information on wellness. You know, I'm a type 2 diabetic, so any information that I get always helps me out.
It's a good opportunity for staff to come and learn how to de-stress, how to intertwine family and work together.
Employees had blood pressure checks, learned about essential oils, and were even serenaded.
You sing. That a boy. This is a pilot program. We are hoping that it will allow us to visit every city department. Each department has a wellness ambassador, so Signal will work with them as well.
After learning de-stressing techniques, it was time to head back to work, but not before one final goodbye.
Okay, one more high five. High five. Oh, yeah. Oh, you are sweet.
I could use some work on this knee. That looks like the start of a great program. That wraps it up for this one. I hope you enjoyed watching. I'm Lane Mandel, and I'll see you next time in Tucson. Let's leave you with a look at Reed Park Zoo's newest residents.
Right now we've got 7 Nigerian dwarf goats. We have 4 boar goats and 1 Oberhausley. The white and brown goats with the floppy ears are boar goats. They are still pretty young. When they're full grown, they can weigh as much as about 200 pounds. Then we also have this big brown goat here, and she's an Oberhausley goat. And she's our oldest one in the herd. She's about 1 year old, and she's pretty close to being full grown. The smallest goat we have out here are Nigerian dwarf goats, and they're in a variety of patterns. Right now they're about 3 months old. They're one of the smaller goat breeds, and so they won't get a whole lot bigger than they are right now. If you look at our yard, we got lots of great platforms and logs and things for them to climb on. Goats are excellent climbers and jumpers, and they love to climb on things, so when you come here, make sure to watch it, because it's quite the goat playground out here where they can bounce around.